We have come to the end of another whole season in Heartland, and to be honest, I never expected a season finale that would make me this emotional. Nathan proposing to Amy and the emotional scenes between Georgie and Phoenix honestly made me cry. I know you loved episode 10 at least as much as I did, and you want to learn right away what might happen in season 20, so come on, let's start talking about what happened and what we might see. The Rustler problem is solved. Episode 10 really started with incredible action. Just when Jack, Nathan, and Lou found their cattle and caught the Rustler, Wes suddenly showed up behind them and pulled a gun, which honestly scared me. Thankfully, Peter arrived just in time and saved everyone. Still, I really never wanted to experience such tension. So is the drama over here? Unfortunately, no. Because Nathan saw that the stolen cattle were being fed with the feed that Gracie used to have, and then he saw from the accounting notes that Gracie paid Wes to steal the cattle in order to give their own ranch an advantage in the competition. Honestly, with episode 9, I was completely convinced that Gracie was a good person. The conversation between her and Amy was really beautiful. But after this last thing she did, I may have completely lost my faith in Gracie. Indeed, Nathan told Jack and Amy about his guilty sister, and by buying Gracie's shares, he made sure she would not be able to harm anyone again. So even though it happened with a sad twist, we saw the end of the Rustler problem and Gracie's treacherous plans. And honestly, the fact that Nathan now has to sell his ranch to pay his debts might even show us that a good result came out of it by pure luck. The proposal. And that good result, just as we expected, was the proposal. Nathan will have to sell Price Ranch to pay his debts, and with the money left, he decided to buy the ranch on Salt Spring Island that his friend will sell to him for a very cheap price. And of course, since he did not want to be alone on this dreamlike island, he asked Amy if she and Lindy could come with him. And of course, with a marriage proposal, Amy has not answered this question yet, but considering how excited she was, it seems very likely that the answer will be yes. And honestly, I also think that Nathan would be a truly perfect husband. The care he shows Lindy, the fact that he chose Amy and what was right despite his sister, is truly amazing. A person as considerate as Nathan is really hard to find. So I already feel that we will see very beautiful things in season 20. Before moving on to the details, let's also take a look at the other sweet stories we saw in episode 10. Georgie and Phoenix. One of the scenes that definitely made me the most emotional in this episode was the incredible performance Georgie and Phoenix showed together in their last race. Georgie remembering her old memories with Phoenix, Phoenix giving his all in his final run despite getting older and slowing down and making Georgie happy once again, was truly priceless. Even though we saw countless difficulties until the race, this result satisfied me quite a lot and reminded me once again why I am so attached to Heartland. The sincere relationships people build with horses really make me feel at home. Did you also get emotional when you saw these scenes like I did? Let's meet in the comments. Dex is forgiven again. Yes, thankfully what I feared did not happen, and Dex came to his senses, apologized to Shim and therefore to Katie and Jack, and was accepted back into the ranch. Honestly, I was getting tired of Dex having such an up and down mood and constantly getting kicked out. I hope this time he has truly learned his lesson and will not be kicked out again. Also, the fact that River and Katie's friendship was not ruined by Dex made me very happy. Because after all this drama, my heart could not handle a love triangle drama as well. Season 20, yes, now it is time for the moment we are most curious about. What will happen in Season 20? Honestly, Season 19 just ended and nothing is certain yet for Season 20. But I am sure that the show will continue from where it left off with such a cliffhanger. A legendary show like Heartland deserves an amazing finale. Alright, now we can start talking about what will happen. First of all, I think we will see Amy saying yes to Nathan. Because this season there were a ton of things that could have harmed their relationship. They both questioned hundreds of times whether this relationship was right. However, in the end, we saw with great love that the answer to Amy's biggest fear, would Lindy accept this relationship, was also yes. Right now, Nathan might even be Lindy's favorite person. Also, the fact that Nathan always makes decisions that will not hurt Amy and will help her must be very important for Amy in the decision she will make. So I think we will see this couple start their wedding preparations throughout season 20. But thinking about the place they will move to being Salt Spring Island, it could be quite difficult for Amy to leave the ranch. We will probably see magnificent flashbacks throughout the season, showing all of Amy's contributions to Heartland over the years, all her traces, everything she has done, and of course this includes flashbacks with Ty as well. Because when she decides to marry Nathan, those wonderful years she spent with Ty will definitely come to her mind. That is why I believe season 20 will be both very emotional and very exciting. For Katie, Dex, and River, I wish nothing but a beautiful friendship. They truly need a little peace and some fun time. However, we must not forget that there is always the possibility of Katie liking Dex and giving us an interesting love triangle. But my preference is always for peace. Let me know in the comments what you would want to see. For Jack and Lou, I think there are very successful days ahead at Heartland Ranch. With Gracie and her schemes out of the game, Heartland Ranch will return to its peaceful old days. This will also give Jack time to train Dex for rodeo, and Lou more time she can spend with Katie and Peter. But of course, someone else like Gracie could also challenge Heartland Ranch. After all, it is very hard to see an environment without competition. Maybe even Gracie herself could return if she becomes bold enough. We will see. And lastly, let's talk about Georgie, because unfortunately, we will see Georgie leaving Heartland again and going to Austria. However, I still have hope that she might return to Heartland as a guest for 1 or 2 episodes. She was definitely the one who made the last 2 episodes perfect, and we really need her. As for the release date, even though a season 20 hasn't been confirmed yet, I believe the tradition will continue and will reunite with the show again 1 year later in October 2026. Alright, now it is your turn. What do you expect to see in season 20 of Heartland? Let's meet in the comments. Meanwhile, if you want to learn what might happen in season 7 of Virgin River, check out this video.